Okay, so now that we have all the firms mapped on this United States drawing here, we want to start labeling this, right? We want to start showing which firms have the most, make the most money, and we want the firms that have the most, make the most revenue, pop up larger than the firms that make the less money, because you don't want firms that you feel are less significant to have the same amount of weight in terms of graphics than the firms that make the most money. There's a trick you can do if you right-click on the Properties tab here, and in the Labels tab here, this is how you label information. You can label it by the firm name, right? So architecture firm table firm name, which is the first guy here. Label features. If you check that box and click Apply, it's going to label all the firms, right? But we want the firms that, you know, are bigger to have bigger labels. So what you want to do is you want to click on this method option here, and you want to define click this option, define classes of features and label each class differently, like that. And let's see. Hang on. So then hit this button called Get Symbol Classes, like that. And then what you see here on in this drop-down table is it gives you all the classes that you have symbolized on the side here, right? So we want these bigger numbers here, if you click on that, to have bigger fonts. So in this case, I'll click on this number here, and I'll give the font maybe something like 16. Maybe make it bold. Maybe make it red, whatever. Click Apply. And maybe this one is also important, so maybe make that bold. Click Apply. Oh wait, sorry. This should be architecture firm, apply. And this one should be architecture firm, apply. So, hang on. Okay, sorry for the delay. What I did was I exported the XY data into a new file. So I just took this, right-clicked on it, go to Data, Export Data, and just exported it as a, I just basically made a copy of it. And then now I was able to make it symbolize via its actual classes like that. So the problem with this is now you gotta remember which table meant what. So because it messed up the labels here. So I just have to remember that Architect 1 is the name of the firm, and Architect 4 is the revenue for that firm. But then basically what I did was I went to the Symbology tab. I visualized it using graduated symbols using Architect 4, which is the revenue, right? I gave it 6 classes. I went to Labels, and then I selected the highest range here, made sure that class is checked as label all features in this class, and I'll give that like a large 16-point font. So now AECOM and Gensler are visualized larger. Let's go to the next class. We can do that maybe as a 10-point font, and click Label Features in this class, Apply. So now see this, the next tier of architecture firms are now labeled with a slightly smaller text. Then do the third tier here. Let me give that an 8-point font, Apply. Did I do that correctly? Oh, Label Features in this class, click Apply. And so now you begin to see, you can label things with a hierarchy in a way that makes more sense. So obviously, the 2 largest firms, Gensler, AECOM, have larger labels, but slightly smaller firms aren't as pronounced. So you can use this to visualize data in a bit more dynamic fashion.